Hey, what's going on, everybody? Brandon Johnson here, Meet the Johnsons. So we're live here at Ronnie Watkins Ford out here on the lot, but I want to talk to you about something. So for the past few weeks, on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, I've been going to the track and running. I've been trying to do what I can to better myself, to stay healthy, eat right. I'm not just doing it for me, but I'm doing it for, heck, I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it so I can be the best and level myself up to be the best that I can possibly be for my family, for my clients, and for you, and just be healthy in general. But this morning I've been running about a mile, 1.2 miles, something like that, and I hit a small milestone this morning. So I've been able to shave the time off my mile. So where I was going in and just getting out there, and I'll start running, or first I'll start walking, because I wasn't able to just flat out run. So I'd walk and then I'd run. I'd walk and then I'd run. I'd walk a few laps and I'd run 1 or 2 laps, and then I'd walk a few more laps. Well, I was going for probably about, in a mile, I was going to be around 17 to 20 minutes, but I stayed consistent with it. Tuesday, Thursday. Well, this morning, let me back up. Last Thursday, I went and ran, and I ran the whole mile. I walked my first one to limber up and get my blood going. Pretty fast walk. And then I ran the rest of it. So 1.2 miles. And I ran it like 14 and a half minutes. It's not fast. I'm not a fast runner. Never been a fast runner. But it's the consistency that I'm looking for. It's the consistency. So today I did the exact same thing. I walked that first lap. Got my blood going, got my muscles moving, got my joints limbered up a little bit, because I'm just like everybody else. I'm creeping up on 40 years old. Waking up in the mornings, you just hurt and you ache. My back hurts, my knees hurt, everything. It's just part of life. I've accepted that. But this morning, I walked that first lap, and then I started running. And had my earbuds in, and my app is telling me where I'm at, as I'm making those laps. So anyways, I ran that whole mile. I never stopped. I wanted to, but I didn't. My mind was telling me to stop and breathe, because my lungs were sucking wind, but I didn't. I stayed consistent with it. So I started this journey of running, and I was finishing my mile at like 17 minutes, 18 minutes. Last Thursday, I finished it in 14 and a half minutes. I'm not a fast runner. This morning, I finished my run at 13 and a half minutes. It's not fast, but it's a milestone. I stay consistent. I've been consistent over these past few weeks. So I've went from a 17-minute mile of mostly walking, a little bit of running, to now I finished this morning at 13 and a half minutes, where I walked 1 lap and I ran the rest. Again, I'm not a fast runner, but I stay consistent with my running. I get up early in the mornings. I set my alarm. I have 2 alarms that go off. I have a hard time getting up in the mornings, a very hard time. And I know this. I set 2 alarms. I have one that goes off at 4:45. That's my mental, hey, it's time to be waking up. I have another alarm that goes off at 4:30. Again, I have a hard time getting up in the morning, so I have to set 2 alarms to get my mind woke up and to get going. And I say that to say this. It's the consistency. It's consistency. I've been setting those 2 alarms for weeks now. Kelly hates it. She hates hearing that alarm go off that early in the morning. But it's the consistency that I'm doing it. I have to stay consistent. Now that I'm staying consistent, those alarms are waking me up. It's still not easy to get out of bed that early in the morning, but it's getting easier to get out of bed. The reason why I get up and I do what I do, again, it's part of it is being healthy and staying fit and being able to keep my body going. I'm almost 40 years old. I want to keep going. I want to keep my body going. I want to keep my body moving. I want to keep my muscles moving. I want to keep my joints going. But it's not easy getting up in the mornings. I know that. My family has a hard time getting up in the morning. We all do. It's easier to stay asleep, but I'm the leader of my household, so it's up to me to get up and get moving and get going. And if I get up early and I get moving and I get going, everybody in the household is going to follow. So I have to set myself and lead by the example of what I do. I try to eat right. I cut out all the junk. Granted, Sunday evening, there's ice cream in the refrigerator, and I ate nearly every bit of it. I haven't had ice cream in months. It's been a long time. It was one of them little small cups. I ate almost every bit of it. But I did it just to give myself a treat. But anyways, I cut out all the junk. I cut out all the sodas. I drink as much water as I possibly can. But I do this to be consistent. I set my alarm at the same time every morning to be consistent, because I want my family to be consistent with me. If I'm not there getting up and doing that, my family's not going to be behind me, and they're not going to have the same consistency. So when I come home from the gym, I come home as early as I can. I get up as early as I can to get gone as early as I can, to get back as early as I can, so I can get my family up and moving as early as I can to create that consistency. So that way it's easier. And that way we're not having to get up 15, 20 minutes before time to go, and we're rushing and we're arguing and, crying and all this nonsense, when all we had to do is just get up a little earlier. Pretty simple. But again, I'm the leader of my household. So I have to set an example for my household. And by doing that, I have to be consistent. If I do it for a little while and then quit, they won't follow. But I have to be the leader, and I have to lead by example. And I tell you that because I'm going to hold myself accountable, and I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to get my mile down to where I can run it faster. I'm not a fast runner, but I know I can shave more time off of my mile. If I shave more time off of my mile, then I can keep going that extra mile. And that's my goal. I got a trip coming up in September, and I plan on being able to run at least 3 miles, because I'm going to run 3 miles out there in the desert heat. I'm going to do it. I may puke my guts up, and I don't care. I'm going to do it. And you'll watch it. Hey, thank you so much. If you ever need anything, I'm here. If you haven't seen any of our other social media platforms, just look us up. Meet the Johnsons. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr. We got a YouTube channel. Look us up on YouTube. We got a bunch of crazy videos out there on YouTube. It's so much fun. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I'm going to put the link in the comments below here. I'll put the Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. You follow us, we'll follow you back. So anyways, I hope everybody has an amazing day. I love you. Go crush the day. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you on the next one.